All right, this is a Cleveland Judy Sowinski 2.5-minute interview. Interview number one. Well, Jack Janowitz, I did manage to... Thank you, Jack Janowitz, and I have managed to get a hold of Miss Modesty herself, Miss Judy Sawinski, who says she has a little message for Sherry Jakowski. Now, I know that she sometimes is at a loss for words, but we'll find out right now.
I'm not a loss for words now, and I never will be. I have one thing to say to you, miss, and I'll state it very clearly. You went to the movies and thought you were a big, big deal there. Well, honey,
you did a pretty good job.
Big job of nothing. You shut your mouth. I'm talking to her, not to you. I'm telling you one thing, Sherry. You pull a number. You think you're so cool. You were a flop in that movie. John Hall, that idiot, took you to Cleveland and tried to make something out of you. You are a flop there, and just to prove what a big flop you are, I'm coming there, baby. And I'm coming there, and I'm challenging you to one race and one race only to dispose of you completely.
Where do you want this big race now?
At the arena, and as soon as I get there, I want that race with her. And I'm going to dispose of you, sweetheart, so be prepared for it. I'm coming to get you.
All right, Miss Sawinski. Now, let me defend Sherry Jakowski just a bit here. She's not here. She can't reply to you, but I know Sherry. And Sherry, to me, has done a very fine job since she's been with the Bucks. Now, let me list some of the record that she had. She beat B.J. Peterson of the Outlaws. She beat Elaine Everson of the Kangaroos, and that's a pretty big girl, sister. And she also took care of Betty Brown of the Hawks, and she's a big girl, too. Now, what do you think of that?
I have nothing to say to that except one thing. She hasn't beaten me. I'm a Pollock, too, you know. And I'm the best Pollock and the only true Pollock. And as far as I'm concerned, she is nothing. She can't stand straight on skates. She's only had a couple years' experience, if she's had that. She's probably walking around on her toes right now, pacing the floor. I'm coming, Sherry. I'm coming to get you.
Okay, Sherry Jackson, you've heard the challenge from Judy Sawinski, and you, Jack Janowitz, I think you're going to know what to do with this. All right, Jack, take it away and tell them how they can get tickets for this big one coming up at the Cleveland Arena. Okay, we'll see you later. Interview with Judy Sawinski, Cleveland interview number 2. All right, play to camera 2. Well, Jack Janowitz, here we are again with Miss Judy Sawinski, and at our last meeting, she issued a challenge to Sherry Jakowski for a match race at the Cleveland Arena. Well, now it's only 4 days away until that match race. Miss Sawinski says she has another message for Sherry. So, okay, Judy, what's on your mind this time?
You know what's on my mind. Are you scared, honey? You should be. You got 4 days left until I get there. I suggest, and I really mean it, I suggest that she has John Hall take her out every single day in the next 4 days and give her some training, because she's going to have to take some of that fat off to get a hold of me, honey.
Well, now, Judy, you've issued all kinds of remarks about Sherry here. You said that she did a lousy job in the movie.
She most certainly did.
And you said that she's done a lousy job at Cleveland also.
She most certainly has.
All right, let me tell you. She's beaten some top girls there, including Elaine Everson, B.J. Peterson, Betty Brown.
Before. I don't care to hear it again. It's me now, honey. It's me that's coming in there to get you, and you better be prepared. Remember, get that half-wit John Hall together. Make him get you out there and train every day, because you're going to need it.
Well, all I can say is that we've heard from modest Miss Sawinski here.
You better watch your mouth, Junior, before you get clobbered.
And I know that Sherry Jackson probably has some beautiful replies, and she'll probably deliver them to you personally 4 days from now at the Cleveland Arena.
4 days, and I'm going to cremate you.
Okay. Remember, Jack, you've heard from Miss Sawinski. She says she'll be there in 4 days. I think that Sherry Jackson, and I'm going to defend her, is going to do a good job, and I'm going to be there to see it, I hope.
I hope hope you're there, too, so I can put her right into your lap and cremate you along with her, Big Mouth.
Okay.
And with me right now, I think everybody will remember him, the manager and coach of the Cats, Vinnie Gandolfo. I want to say welcome, Vinnie.
Hello there.
And,
how you been?
All right, a lot of Buck fans out there. Curious to see how you are.
Buck fans. I've never seen such people in all my life.
They have themselves quite a team out there. The Buck's doing all right.
Wait a minute now. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell those idiots out there. They don't have a team. That team stinks. It was a disgrace for me to bring the Cats down to where is it? Cleveland? Where is
Cleveland,
that?
Detroit.
I looked at a map and I didn't even see it.
Well, I think the Bucks are liable to put it there.
Yeah, that's what you think. Well. They're not going to put nothing nowhere.
They also got themselves quite a record. You know, they went into the record book. They won 32 games in a row.
What do you mean 32 games in a row? They probably skated their training school teams. They didn't win it. They didn't win no 32 games skating against no teams like the Cats. That's for sure.
Well, you maybe have a chance to prove that. We're not sure just when, but
I don't want to give those people the privilege of thinking that we might come back. But I'll tell you, we might, and you all better watch it. So tell whoever's watching, just write a little note and send it to a fan mail to that Buck team or whatever you call them. That was a disgrace. It was a downright disgrace for me to bring the Cats, as good as they are, to Cleveland to skate against a team like that.
Well,
a bunch of new kids. Like I said, they probably skate against themselves to win 32 games in a row.
What?
They're not gonna tell me that they won no 32 games in a row. I don't believe it.
Well, it's in the record that right before they left.
I didn't see no record. Their own record. I could write something in a little book too and call it a record book.
You think that there's something wrong in that they won 32?
I know definitely there's something wrong.
Well, I understand they beat the Kangaroos and they beat the Texas Outlaws to win 32 games in a row.
You gotta prove it to me. You gotta prove it to me.
Well, and also, I don't know if the fans are really overjoyed about it, but a good chance you may go back.
I'm not even proud to be up here speaking to those idiots out there.
Well, I don't know if they're as glad to see you, but like I said, you may go back.
They should be glad to see me.
And take on a team.
Because I'm something.
And take on a team that won 32 games in a row.
Listen, like I told you before 3-4 times, they got to prove it to me that they won 32 games in a row. Are we about through with this interview?
We're through.
Okay,
we're almost...
before I have one thing to say before I leave. To you, Jack, wherever you are, and John.
Oh, there he
and
goes.
all those Buck fans, so-called fans.
So-called fans with his superstition zap. Goodbye, Vinnie. There he is, the mouthy manager of the Cats, Vinnie Gandolfo. So much for Vinnie. Back to you now, Jack.
Roller Games Presidential Cup playoffs. They start this Wednesday at the Cherry Hill Arena, then Thursday in Harrisburg, Friday at the Philadelphia Arena, and the finals at the Spectrum on Saturday. All games start at 7 o'clock. Doubleheaders every game. For ticket and game information, call the arena now, 386-1500, anytime after 10 a.m. daily. That's the playoffs for the roller games starting Wednesday, and we'd certainly like to see you there.
30 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1, cue.
Roller game fans, have you seen Roller Sports Illustrated? It's the brand new newspaper of professional roller skating. Comes out every other week. Packed full of news about the T-Birds, Warriors, Cats, all your favorite players and teams, pictures and personality features. And here's a special introductory offer for our fans. Just send 50 cents to Roller Sports, Box 17, New York, New York, 1001. We'll send you a month subscription. That's Roller Sports, Box 17, New York, 1001.
From the Cats. A lot of people have been curious if there were ever going to be the Cat T-shirts. Were they going to come out with one? The answer, yes, and here it is. Take a look. The official Cats T-shirt. It's available by mail, only $3 1/4. You send it to the National Skating Derby, care of the Cats T-shirt. Post Office Box 1535, Baltimore, Maryland, 21203. There it is, a beautiful color of a little Coquette the Cat there on the front of the T-shirt. They're available to you right right now, 3 1/4. Gets it back to you in a big hurry. You send the National Skating Derby Cats T-shirts, specified T-shirts, to Post Office Box 1535, 1535, Baltimore, Maryland, 21203. Be the first in your neighborhood on your block to have one of these nice-looking and official Cat T-shirts, small, medium, large, and extra large. Order yours now, just 3 1/4 from the Cats.
Number 1, 30 seconds.
Black. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cue.
Roller game fans, have you seen Roller Sports Illustrated? It's the brand new newspaper of professional roller skating. Comes out every other week. Packed full of news about the T-Birds, Warriors, Cats, all your favorite players and teams, pictures and personality features. And here's a special introductory offer for our fans. Just send 50 cents to Roller Sports, Box 17, New York, New York, 1001. We'll send you a month subscription. That's Roller Sports, Box 17, New York, 1001.
Right now, probably the tallest and the biggest member of the Cat team, Wayne Harper. He's a little upset about a couple of things, Jack, so we'll let him say. Wayne?
Yeah. I heard about this 32-game winning streak these Bucks are supposed to have. You know that John Hall, he actually had the audacity to send me a letter and tell me they must have been playing some training school like Sonia and Vinnie said. I mean, all these other teams are so good that they couldn't even hold a candle to them. So how are they going to win 32 games?
Well, under John's leadership, when he came back, that's the way they closed before their tour. 32 games in a row.
Let me tell you, these people are overrating this John Hall and this Greg Robertson, this Buck team too much. They couldn't even hold a candle to us. They weren't any good. What do you mean by 32 games? If we were there, we would have wiped them out completely.
There's still quite a argument, I guess, going back and forth between Richard and Greg as to who's the better skater, the highest scorer and such.
Richard has it. Richard Brown and I are the greatest working team ever. Richard has the ability and the speed, and I have the ability. I'm not that fast, but I'm good.
Well, that's was proven, I think, while the Cats were there, but you still can't take it away that the teamwork between Greg and when John came back, how do you knock 32 games in a row? That's the best win streak going.
They had to do it some kind of way. They must have cheated. They had to do it some kind of way because they couldn't win that many games in a way, that way, because it's impossible. They're not that good of a team. All those little punky kids they have on their team. You expect to win 32 games from all these great teams that come in there?
Well, there's a possibility that you might get to find out. We're not sure that the Cats will go back, but you might. Would you be looking forward to going back and skating the Bucks?
I would go back there just to wipe them out, just to prove to those dumb, stupid fans that they got there that the Cat team is the best team that ever went in that place and the best team that will ever go there.
Well, Vinnie and Richard are of the opinion that most of the fans, and this is not my words, just plain literally stink. Do you
They do. Those are the dumbest fans that I've ever seen. And the ugliest, too. I've never seen fans so ugly.
Well, that, of course, might be your opinion. I think the Bucks are quite happy. They got some good fans and some good support there. And, of course, the 32 games in a row was right before their close for the tour, and I think they might be doing quite well on their tour.
They must have paid those fans to come to those games because, I mean, like, let's face it, who would come to see a lousy team like that? Their own general manager doesn't want to come see their team.
Well, under his leadership is when they hit that win streak, beating the Kangaroos and the Outlaws.
John Hall, some type of a skater he is. He's lucky if he even finds the track.
Well, okay, thank you very much, Wayne. And as Harper here, along with Sonia and Vinnie, they just both agree that the Bucks aren't very much. Me, I keep my opinion to myself. So, with Wayne here going to leave us, we go back to you now, Jack, and thank you again.